We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship.
In 1961, America had a new president and a new torchbearer in the Cold War.
To assure the survival and the success of liberty.
President John F. Kennedy was committed to saving South Vietnam from communism, but he wasn't prepared to pay any price, as he boasted during his inaugural address. He rejected the idea of sending Americans into combat. Instead, he authorized substantially more money and military aid to help South Vietnam defend itself. American military advisors trained Siem's South Vietnamese army to fight in a guerrilla war. In military terms, it was called counterinsurgency.
Where their eyes are, so is the muzzle of their weapon.
700 advisors in 1960 swelled to 3,000 in late 1961, and to over 17,000 2 years later. Officially, their role was limited to combat training and support operations. But Americans played an increasingly active role in confronting the Viet Cong. Beginning in 1962, American helicopters were used to carry the fight to the enemy. For the first time, the South Vietnamese army could penetrate even the most remote Viet Cong sanctuaries. But even with the advantage of American technology, they were losing ground to the communists. The Viet Cong won the support of the people. They received food, shelter, and information. Most peasants detested Siem's army and resented the foreign support of the United States. American officials ignored this struggle for the hearts and minds of the people and instead focused on misleading reports from the battlefield. In October 1962, Defense Secretary Robert McNamara reported optimistically that every quantitative measurement shows that we are winning the war. To sever the link between villagers and communist guerrillas, the Diem government forced millions of South Vietnamese to leave their homes and relocate to fortified villages called strategic hamlets.
We are building strategic hamlets to bring peace throughout the country. Volunteers from every class and age, men and women and children, began the hard physical work of construction.
The hamlets were devised to starve insurgents of peasant support, but they became virtual prisons for their inhabitants, fueling resentment towards the Saigon government and building support for the Viet Cong.